And welcome back to the Energized Combat Sports Show. If you're new to the Energized podcast,
welcome.
And if you're a returning Energized listener / watcher,
welcome back.
So guys, if you haven't already, little red button below, subscribe. Barry, how much does it cost?
Was it $7.99 a month?
No, I think it's free.
Oh yeah, free, yeah.
Free.
It is free, yeah.
Just give it a click.
Yeah. On today's show, we're going to be discussing the conversation that has broken the internet. Justin Bieber taking on Tom Cruise in a mixed martial arts fight.
It's the Biebs.
It's the Biebs versus the Cruise.
Yeah. We also have a recap of UFC 238. Lots went down there.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury's back this week. Bellator heads to New York. It's all going down.
It's all going down, Ross.
So, Barry, today, Justin Bieber tweeted Tom Cruise and said, Tom Cruise, do you want this smoke? And then he was like, P.S. If you don't accept the fight, everyone will know that you're a pussy and you're afraid to fight me.
I know, man.
I sort of ad-libbed it, but like that's basically what he said.
That's exactly it. It sounds very unbelievable, but it's actually true. It actually got so believable that Conor McGregor jumped in, started tweeting saying he'd co-promote it, and then he'd also said he'd take on Mark Wahlberg in a boxing match as well. And then also Logan Paul jumped in as well, saying, "Why are you fighting Tom Cruise? He's 56. Why don't you fight me instead, Justin Bieber?"
Ross, Logan Paul calling us shots.
Ross, where do we even start with this, man? This is the reason why people are checking out the video.
First of all, no one has any clue as to why Justin Bieber called out Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
maybe he saw he was in the same weight class as. I was like, I'll fight that guy.
Yeah, I say they are. They're both about 5'8".
Yeah, similar enough. Tom Cruise probably 5'6", I think.
Yeah,
5'8" with his heels on. But look, Justin Bieber shouldn't be calling out 56-year-old men, especially ones who are sort of have had such good careers. Tom Cruise, what can you sort of have against him? I know he's a bit weird. He's a bit of a Scientologist, but I don't think he's ever
bit of a Scientologist.
Yeah, but
he's like one of the leaders. Or something.
Like 40% Scientologist. But what's he ever done wrong, really? You know what I mean?
I know. I feel like there's something going on in the background. Like, if I'm just trying to predict, Justin Bieber got married there recently.
So what do you think? He's bored and he's like, I'm going to fight.
Who, Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
No, I feel like Tom Cruise maybe says something to Justin Bieber's like it
his dad or something.
Yeah, maybe his dad, or maybe like Justin Bieber's wife's dad is a famous actor as well. He was like a Barney. Oh no, yeah, Barney Rubble in the old Flintstones movie. Maybe there's just beef there or something. Maybe, who knows?
It could have be as small as Tom Cruise getting a haircut and Tom Bieber has to wait. You know what I mean? Who knows what it's about?
Yeah,
but
don't move around too much with that.
Who do you think's going to win?
If it actually happened, I feel like possibly. This sounds really weird, but I feel like Justin Bieber.
I'd agree. Well, I
don't know.
Well, he's much younger, and if they had to get fitter, I'd assume he'd be fitter.
In a boxing match or in an MMA fight?
In an MMA fight. And then...
Yeah, I'd say... No, I'd actually say Tom Cruise be fitter. Isn't just Bieber trying to be cool now, drinking loads, smoking loads? Whereas Tom Cruise doesn't seem like he drinks at all.
He does his own stunts. He probably knows some kung fu.
Yeah. So, Ross, do you think this is even going to happen? Like, Justin Bieber is obviously testing the waters here now, seeing if he might dabble in a bit of mixed martial arts, boxing, some sort of combat. Do you think he might eventually move into there because he's achieved everything singing? Like, there's nothing else. Like, how many #1 records do you need to sell?
Absolutely not. It'll be Justin Bieber versus Tom Cruise today, and it'll be Terry Crews versus John Cena tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's just the latest fad is to try and fight someone as a celebrity.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. So I don't see it happening.
You don't see Justin Bieber fighting at all ever?
No, to be honest, I don't. I think Justin Bieber likes the idea of fighting.
Yeah.
And then if you actually fought someone and lost, it'd be embarrassing for him.
I agree with you. I think he's far too famous. He can't just come in off the street and fight nobody.
Yeah.
You know?
Although in fairness, he's always been sort of known for throwing punches at cameramen and stuff, hasn't he?
Yeah. But it's Justin Bieber. You can't just you can't just have a straightener in a little gymnasium. It has to be like, look at the way Logan Paul fought KSI, and that thing went massive. You know what I mean? It has to be like a planned out thing.
Oh, 100% has to be planned
out.
What
I mean?
Although then again, like punching the cameraman is like such a cowardly thing to do, because he has like two of his hands on his camera. So therefore, if you go to punch him, he's actually not defending himself.
Yeah. Although the cameramen are like, here, the paparazzi are like, here, they hit me so I can get a claim in against you, you know?
Oh, 100%. I think Kanye West must have paid out thousands in like breaking people's cameras.
Yeah. Isn't a man to be that rich that like you can do that stuff and then have to pay huge sums of money, but it doesn't affect you in any sort of way?
Oh, 100%. It's crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, we don't think Justin Bieber is going to fight Tom Cruise.
No.
But if they did fight, what? I think I said
Bieber would still win.
I think Tom Cruise will win now. I don't know.
I have Conor McGregor fights Mark Wahlberg. Who wins?
Conor McGregor. Although I don't like the way McGregor's getting involved in that. Like, come back to the UFC sort of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Just.
All right, here's a question for you, right? A 3-round boxing match. McGregor has one arm literally tied behind his back. Who wins? Him versus Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg, I think. Mark Wahlberg, I think, knows what he's doing.
I still think McGregor would actually win, but
one hand.
Like,
if it was the left hand.
Yeah, he has left hand.
Oh, that'd be tough.
But I think like McGregor would be very hard to hit.
Yeah. I just, you know what, I'd love to see this all happen, because it'd be like such an event. You'd be like, oh, that's very entertaining, rather than watching some MMA event that has barely any names on it.
We want to bring back real life celebrity deathmatch.
We do.
So,
who would be your two favorite celebrities to take on each other?
Let me think. I want to see The Rock fight Jason Statham. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah,
because they're in like the Fast and Furious against each other. But I also think like they're both actually hard as nails in real life.
Yeah,
who do you want to see?
That weight class difference. Maybe Kanye West, because I'm sure everyone would tune in for that. And then Wiz Khalifa, I think. Kanye West and Wiz Khalifa.
What about Kanye West and Deji?
Or actually, Joe, I'd like to see Ninja versus Tfue in a boxing match. That'd be funny.
Do they like each other?
Sort of, but not really. They're like total rivals.
Oh, so like
they're both
they pretend to be cordial when really it's just like, you robbed my money, bro.
Well, they're both like, I want to be number one, and they're both like in the top two. You know what I mean? It's basically like Ronaldo and Messi. Imagine Ronaldo and Messi. Something like that.
Ronaldo and Messi of e-gaming.
Yeah. Let us know who your favorite celebrity death match would be.
Let us know.
So that covers that. We don't think Biebs is going to be coming out anytime soon. So we're going to move into the actual world of mixed martial arts. Over the weekend, UFC 238 was on in Chicago, and United Center.
Yeah. United Center.
And it was headlined by Henry Cejudo taking on Marlon Moraes. Henry Cejudo won. He is now officially an Olympic champion and the champ in the UFC. Ross, first of all, what an achievement for Henry Cejudo, like accomplishing this.
He joins a very small list of prestigious athletes across the UFC who have held 2 different belts in 2 different weight classes. They include Randy Couture, Daniel Cormier, George St. Pierre, Amanda Nunes, Conor McGregor, and Henry Cejudo. What a list.
BJ Penn.
And BJ Penn.
Oh, man.
I left him out.
I just saved you, man.
Thanks, bro.
If you would have been like, no, I would have been like, right, see you later.
All right. Thought that was right.
Yeah.
But, like, what a guy. In fairness, he made a few outrageous claims after. He was like, oh, the best combat sports athlete of all time.
Yeah.
I'm like, the best combat sports athlete of all time is the person who's the greatest UFC fighter of all time.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you think about it, people said that Demetrius Johnson could be the pound for pound GOAT, and Henry Cejudo beat him. So maybe he's sort of like, oh, well, me too, maybe, you know?
Oh, well, I don't blame his confidence, or I don't blame his sort of claims himself, but I always think there's something that other people say about you, and then you're like, at the end you go, yeah, you're right. If you know what I mean. I don't think you're the one who starts going, actually, I'm the best, guys.
I get you. That's like, yeah, so you can't, like, it's like the rule, you can't make up your own nickname.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's like, I want to be called Mad Dog Baz. It's like, yeah, right, yeah.
All right, Mad Dog. Yeah, that's just the way the world works. And when you look at someone like George St. Pierre's 11-year dominance, takes like 5 years off, comes back, and then wins the weight class above, like,
yeah.
I think that's more impressive.
Well, the thing is, right, I agree with you that, like, I don't think he is the best, but, like, winning that Olympic gold medal is just...
but that's a different gravy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
But that just shows how young mixed martial arts is, that you can win an Olympic gold medal in one sport and then you can utilise that. You know what I mean?
Do you think there will be any other Olympic gold medalists that have transitioned into the MMA world? Because now that people have seen that, they'll be like, oh, there's a potential there for me.
Potentially so, but I think it would be someone who wins the Olympic gold at 22 or 19. You know, very young Olympic gold medal winner.
Yeah.
And then they transition into mixed martial arts. But it could also be in, like, Ronda Rousey had a bronze medal in judo. It doesn't necessarily have to be wrestling, but I do think Olympic freestyle wrestling is the best. They create brilliant athletes, great weight cutters, and then obviously great wrestlers. And if you control where the fight takes place, you have the advantage at all times.
Yeah. It's going to be really interesting to follow, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. The only thing I feel bad for Henry Cejudo is I'm actually not that interested in any of the opponents he's fighting soon.
This almost, like, for people, yeah, I agree. But for people that just that casually watch MMA, seeing an Olympic gold medalist then become a champ, and it, like, certifies that these MMA athletes are actual athletes. They're not what it once was with, like, Bob Sapp and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's like a certification of this is the real shit.
Oh, this is like one of the best sports in the world.
Yeah.
And Henry Cejudo is one of the best athletes in the world.
Yeah.
When I've seen him, like, put up pictures on Instagram, like, the week of the fight, and, like, he was, like, tense, and I was like, Jesus Christ. That was, like, absolutely insane physique on him.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say he came across a bit cringy. He was a bit cringy.
Oh, no, he was a bit cringy during the weigh-ins, and he was with the throne or whatever.
That was funny, though. It's
I
like
almost
cringy
think-
funny.
Yeah, he's almost, like, endearing how, like, I'm not going to say delusional, because he actually is incredibly talented and incredibly good.
Yeah.
But it's almost delusional, as in, like, it's almost beyond belief the stuff he comes out with.
He's almost on par as cringy as Tony Ferguson, but, like, Tony Ferguson is like, it's like two different types of cringy.
Yeah, Tony Ferguson's like, it's champ shit only. Champ shit only.
Yeah.
It's like tiramisu week. I was like, what's that even mean?
Yeah. I actually clicked on one of his interviews in the build-up and with Brett Okamoto, and then it was like a minute in, and I was just like, oh, here, I can't watch this.
Yeah, Tony Ferguson, like, I'll watch every single fight he's ever fought in. I don't care to hear what he says. I might listen to him on the mic for 30 seconds afterwards to see, like, how much more brain dead he's got. But, Jesus, what a performance from him as well.
Yeah. Well, just finishing off with Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
Double champ now. Who does he take on next?
Well, two bantamweights got really good wins there at the weekend. Peter Yan got a win against Jimmy Rivera. Aljamain Sterling got a win against Pedro Munoz. I see him going the Sterling route, more marketable, can sell a fight better, and I just think that's who they're going to go with, Peter Yan. Unless you made a good point off camera that you thought if they do the Khabib fight, that could be a good fight on the Khabib fight, because pro-Russian that.
Yeah. Right then. Great win for Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
Going into the women's flyweight division, Valentina Shevchenko successfully defended her belt against Jessica Eye. If you haven't seen the knockout, sometimes I feel like we should put that on our story, but it's also so like gruesome. You're like, oh, here that, because we have some younger people watching. You know what I mean? It's not really like that cowboy eye being shut. Like, you don't really want to put that up. You know what I mean? That's a bit of a, like, you can't eat your cereal and look at that. You know, but
yeah, but you shouldn't, like, as much as you want to say how beautiful the knockout is.
Yeah.
You don't, like. You have to almost have respect for the other person. You know what I mean? Like, that's
the thing,
the absolute, like, lowest of their professional career.
Yeah. Valentina Shevchenko with the head kick, unbelievable knockout against Jessica Eye Ross. Valentina Shevchenko is probably, like, she's the best in the world at flyweight, full stop. Yeah.
Oh, bar none.
Yeah.
Any woman on this planet, 125 pounds or less, doesn't come close to her.
Yeah. She even went 8 rounds against Amanda Nunes, who's the champ in the weight division above.
And, like, some people say Shevchenko won those fights.
I know, man.
You know what I mean? Like, they were that tight.
Do you think Valentina, I feel like, is going to clear out the division? She said that she sees the flyweight division being the, like, main division in women's fighting for the future. I'd 100% agree, because
I think that's what everyone says when they're the champion of the division, though.
Yeah, but, like, not many women are going to be heavier. Like, the average woman will probably be a flyweight.
I think now that Amanda Nunes is up at 135, I think more women are going to try and fight at 125.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No,
so that's flyweight, no?
Oh no, 100%. That's what I mean. But maybe 115, because some are a bit smaller.
Yeah.
But when you look at your sort of women's champions now, you can fight the absolute bull that is Jessica Andrade. She picked up Rose and dropped on her head. You can fight the head kick master Valentina Shevchenko, or you can fight Amanda the Lioness Nunes. They're not great options, are they?
Yeah. Well, even if you look at the men's division, it's the same sort of thing. But where do you see Valentina going next? Do you think she'll ever want another bite at Amanda Nunes?
I think she will. I think there'll be one more fight before they retire.
Okay.
Excuse me.
We'll move into the next fight. Tony Ferguson defeated Donald Cowboy Cerrone by doctor stoppage after the second round. This wasn't really the ending anyone really wanted, but Tony Ferguson moves on. Tony Ferguson, where does he go next, Ross?
I think he needs to fight for the title.
Yeah.
I think he should be getting ready for UFC 242.
Yeah.
If one of those guys pulls out.
Yeah, he has to fly over, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He has to be the alternate there. And I wouldn't be against UFC putting Justin Gaethje on that card. And look, if one of them pulls out, Ferguson steps in. If not, he fights Justin Gaethje.
Great show. As you mentioned earlier, Peter Yan won as well. He wants a title shot. Seems like everyone wants a title shot.
Title shots for everyone. Also on that card, Tatiana Suarez won in the strawweight division. She asked for a title shot. She'll probably get it against Jessica Andrade. So, load of title shots and stuff at stake. UFC 238. Great card.
It was. It turned out to be very, very good. Okay, this weekend, well, it's actually this Friday, Bellator returns to New York, Madison Square Garden. Rory McDonald headlines the card against
Neiman Gracie.
Neiman Gracie, that's it, in the semi-final of the welterweight Grand Prix. Ross, Rory McDonald contemplating retiring. He's back now fighting. He is still currently the champion. Neiman Gracie is 9-0. Which way do you see this going, man?
I think Rory McDonald's going to be able to win here. I think he's just the better all-round fighter. Obviously, Gracie's submission skills are brilliant. He looked good again on the feet against Ed Ruth, but Rory McDonald's a different gravy.
Yeah.
He could be the best welterweight in the world. Who knows? I think Rory McDonald's going to get the job done.
I'll agree with you. He wasn't that impressive in his last fight against Fitch, but I think I'll go with McDonald to remain the champ. Also on the card, Lyoto Machida is taking on Chael Sonnen. Our mate.
I'm going to go for Lyoto Machida in this one. I think he's going to knock him out early enough. I think he just has that fight style where he'll land that one kick.
The kick, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be watching that. Chael Sonnen, our mate. I'll back Chael then. Just see if he can wrestle. Yeah, well, one of us will then be right, unless it's a draw. Also on the card, Darian Caldwell is taking on Horiguchi for the Bantamweight World title.
In a rematch. Horiguchi won the last one. He actually, is he the Bellator champion now? I think he is.
It says Caldwell's the champion.
Oh, okay, well, he won the Rising belt, so therefore he gets to automatically fight for the Bellator belt. I think that's the way it worked out, wasn't it?
Yeah, but hold on for a sec. Was that fight not in a cage?
No, it was in a ring.
Oh, sorry, in a ring, yeah.
Yeah.
Supposedly there's a massive difference between fighting in a ring and a cage. So this time it's in a cage. So
I still think Horiguchi's going to get the job done.
Okay. I'll just go with Caldwell. Also, Dylan Dennis is taking on Max Humphrey. Dylan Dennis is one of the biggest trolls online, isn't he?
What? 100%. He's always trolling people.
I think he's
Twitter.
hilarious.
What's Dylan Dennis' record there? 2-0?
1-0.
1-0. And what's his opponent's record?
3-2.
Dylan Dennis is going to win by submission, isn't he?
Yeah. Hopefully he improved on a stand-up. Also on the card, Aaron Pico is taking on Adam Barrett. This fight for people to keep an eye on. Two guys that are
on the rise.
On the rise, but one of them's going to get knocked off their perch. Also the guy who gave James Gallagher the Sweet Chin music, Ricky Bandejas is fighting on the card as well.
It's going to be a good card, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a very good card.
It is. Mike Kimball's on the card, Heather Hardy, and
jeez, that's happening to showcase, isn't it?
there's another, Robson Gracie is on the card as well.
Is he undefeated as well?
Yeah, he's 1-0. But also this weekend, Tyson Fury is back in action. His brother's on Love Island, by the way.
Tommy Fury.
Tyson Fury is taking on Tom Schwartz in Las Vegas this weekend. Ross, Tom Schwartz has only lost once. That was against Parker. Do you think that Tom Schwartz can pull off an Andy Ruiz Jr. show and knock out the lineal?
Has Tom Schwartz actually only lost to Joseph Parker?
Yeah, Joey P.
That's funny because you know who Andrew Ruiz only lost to?
Joseph Parker.
Look, I think Tyson Fury is too slick of a boxer. I don't think he's going to get caught with a shot like Joshua did. I expect Tyson Fury to sort of dance around the ring, make a few jokes, and get the job done here fairly easily.
Do you think he'll do it impressively, as in like people will have to tune in? Because there's certain things about Deontay Wilder, when you watch him, he's going to knock your man out. Whereas Tyson Fury in his last few fights since he's come back, he's just sort of gone to decision a bit, you know?
No, I think this one will be a bit more impressive. It'll be his first fight on ESPN, and he'll want to make a name for himself.
Yeah, that's on Saturday night as well, by the way, guys. But
Brilliant. I always like something good to watch.
Yeah. Do you think more people would tune into Tyson Fury fighting on Saturday or Bellator on Friday?
Probably Tyson Fury just because it's on ESPN.
That's a very good point, actually. Yeah. Also, over the weekend, when Ireland were just about to take on Denmark away, so that was on Friday, Katie Taylor had her homecoming party back in Dublin on Bray Beach, and she got an unbelievable turnout.
People there in the droves, weren't they?
Yeah, Ross, what do you want to say about Katie Taylor? Because we've obviously watched the fight back, like all the press she's after getting after. Did you even see your man when she arrived home at Dublin Airport? Your man was like something Ross was standing
Shane Ross.
Who is that guy?
Shane Ross is the Minister for Sport. And apparently at every sporting thing, like he like absolutely hangs out of the person who was getting things. Like
it
there
was
memes
weird.
everywhere about him.
It was weird. Jonah reminded me of it. Reminded me of, like, say if you text someone and then they don't text you back, and then you're like send another text and they don't text you back, and you're like keep texting them. He just wouldn't get away from their shoulder. Like.
It was like one of those good looking girls, and you see the DMs on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah.
hi,
WB.
you are pretty.
You marry me, please.
Yeah.
But man, Katie, she's a ledge.
She deserves it. Like, you know what I mean? It's good to see people finally recognise her.
Yeah.
I saw one really cool photo where she was doing all different poses with like each of her belt.
Yeah.
And then the 5 were put into the one photo. I was like, oh, what a legend.
Yeah.
She came home and gave her granny your belt. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, shout out to was it Al Calzone?
Yeah.
Cheesesteaks, like telling us to get her on the show.
Yeah.
And also a massive shout out to Rory, our good mate Rory Crowley. He ran an Ironman over the weekend in Queensland. So shout out to him as well. So
I think that wraps up the Combat Sports Show.
Yeah, there's obviously going to be more stuff to talk about next week as well. So make sure to tune into that. Let us know your thoughts. If you like the show, give us a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give us a thumbs down. Make sure to subscribe. There's a share thing there if you want to do that as well. And thanks a million for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
And stay energized.
And stay energized.